Hello everyone, this is Charlotte and we are chatting in class. This is a podcast where I talk about random topics, hopefully ones that don't bore the tits off you. There is a disclaimer at the start of this podcast because I do swear. And I do talk about sensitive topics, and the topic for today might set you off. So I am warning you, it is 45 minutes of me ranting about arseholes. So if you don't want to hear that, and it might be a bit negative, that's absolutely up to you and you can change the channel. I'm fine with that. It is going to be me ranting though. The topic for today is, of course, gym arseholes. There are many varieties of arseholes. I've got some in the workplace, I've got some at home, I've got some in the gym. These fuckers spread like wildfire. There's one pulling out now. Yeah, you go ahead mate, cut me off. So, we all face these assholes. Why are they always there? I mean, in a utopian society, if we're talking about, the Moore book, we should be getting along with each other, right? I mean, if you've ever actually read Utopia, it's not that great and women get shat on a lot. So, I don't know if it's going to create a peaceful environment. What was his name? Thomas More? Roger Moore? Or is Roger Moore an actor? I don't know. Someone Moore. I've got to look back. I read it the other day, actually. I read it in the gym on the treadmill. But, yes. Arseholes. Now, I've got the thing that's kicked it off today for me. I've got to go to the gym tonight, and I'm a little bit dreading it. I usually love going to the gym because it's like you go and do your slow, steady, you lift your weights, and then you go on the treadmill for a bit with your book, and you're fine. And I'm chill. And it's a nice way to round off the end of my stressful day because I space out on the treadmill. I didn't go last night, but the night before, Wednesday night, I had some fucking prick in the gym, and he was following me around the fucking gym as well, doing it. Now, this is the kind of prick that he's got to be in his mid-40s. He looks like he doesn't shit for a week because he eats that much protein. He's constipated, you can tell. And he's bopping along like a fucking 3-year-old, and it just bugs the shit out of me. The room is surrounded by mirrors, right? And I'm already predisposed to be a little bit agitated in the gym because I've got PCS and I've got hyper-awareness and shit like that. Generalized anxiety. I'm already on medication for that kind of shit. So I'm already fixating on the fact that A, there are men in the gym. So I'm like, where's the threat coming from? And I'm already wearing fucking lycra, doing things that generally make you feel vulnerable, right? So you're squatting, you're bending over, all this kind of thing. Now, my PTS comes from sexual assault, rape, physical violence in my childhood through to my late teens, berserker parents, men that just use me and shit like that, right? So I'm already predisposed to not like people being near me, all right? I'm living with that. I don't have a choice but to live with that. So I will actively seek out ways to avoid people. So if I'm in the gym and it's a bit crowded, I'll aim for a spot where someone isn't. Because whilst I'm doing vulnerable things, I want them to be away from me. So I'll keep my back to the wall if I can. When I used to do stretching in the gym, I'd try and find a space where people aren't, and I could have the wall against my back. So I've at least got one side open to know where people are. So I don't like being in that vulnerable situation where you just let go and it's all fine because, and people can look at you and stuff like that. It bugs the fuck out of me. I don't like being watched. I don't like being watched while I'm eating. I don't like being watched. I know, I'm fucked in the head, I know. But, that's just the way I am at this point. I'm hoping it goes away. It is getting better from what it was. But I'm already, and I don't think he took that into consideration. And fair play, because he didn't know. But I swear to God, guys have got this weird disposition where they think girls are looking at them because they're checking them out. I'm looking at you because I think you're a rape threat, dude. It's like, I'm not interested in you in any fucking way other than trying to get away from you. But, and I admit I do glance at guys because I'm like, all right, where is it now? All right, it's on that machine. All right, how do I get away from that? It's like, all right, it's on that machine. All right, yeah. I'm not wearing lycra to appeal to you. I'm wearing lycra because I have to do certain movements and I need to be fluid in them to get the form right. I'm not doing it to attract guys. That's part of the functional side of the gym, right? Guys can wear lycra, I don't give a fuck. It looks a bit odd because we feminized lycra, but that's fine. You wear lycra, some guys have got a nice shape to them. You do your thing, man, if that's what you want. It's a functionless fabric as far as I see. But for some reason, every time I go on the fucking squat rack, some asshole staring at my taint. It's like, dude, would you fuck off? And this is one of the guys that was doing it. And it's really off-putting. So I started on the back row. This is all in one night. He showed me 4 ways that I would never want to touch him sexually. 4 ways, at least. And there are many other fucking ways. Because I've been watching the guys, what they're doing, and it pisses me off. I go full Karen. I'm like, you didn't wipe that down, I hate you. I'll admit that, I don't mind that. It's like, it's cool standards, right? But, you know, I started off on deadlift. So he's on this assisted chest press, which is to the right of it. I'm like, okay. So he's dancing around in front of that. He's got his fucking gym bag on the floor next to the machine. That's a tripping hazard for a start. That should be on the rack, you know, with everyone else's fucking bag. There's a faux pas. So I'm like, I try and ignore that. I'm going, right, whatever. And he's sitting there bopping away because he's so excited. He's covered in pre-workout or some kind of cocaine substance. And between sets, he's bopping away. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm just going to try and ignore you and do my deadlifts, all right? Yeah, okay. So I load up the bar. But I don't know. That's where it started. He's like looking at me while I'm doing my deadlifts. I'm going, okay, this is fucking weird and very prison-like. I'm going to get this done and get it out of the way. I wipe my shit down and I leave. I unload the bar, I go down to the next thing. The next thing I'm doing is, what was I doing? A back row, which is on the other side of the fucking gym. Now this guy is doing circuits for some fucking reason. He's a selfish fuck. He's doing circuits. So while he's got 4 circuit areas set up, 3 other people can't use those areas. So that's another way to piss me off, because it just shows me that you're selfish. I mean, fair play, one of the circuits, some 20-year-old kid took over just without his consent and stuff like that. I laughed my ass off with that. He just changed the weights and got on with it. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. That's what we should be doing. So you don't get to keep 4 areas at all. But it's just some kind of fucking, they just think they're entitled to these areas where they can just take them and no one else can use them. And it gives me the shits. But no, all right, so I go on the background, I'm doing my sets and going between sets. And I don't look at people as much as I can. I look down at my book, I check it what next set I've got, how many sets I've got left, and I'll be like playing with my towel because it helps me soothe my generalized anxiety. I'll be folding it, refolding it. Yes, I know I'm a whack job, but I'll be like trying to get my shit together in the game to focus on that so I don't fuck up my breathing, I don't get my tremor in my hand and stuff like that. I'm focused solely on that area and that movement. That's what I want to look at. I'm not looking at guys. But this fuckhead is staring at me in the mirror again. And I'm like, oh, fucking God, would you stop? And that's the problem with all the mirrors. They stare at you. They use it. It's like, I'm not looking directly at you, but I'm going to stare at you in a mirror. It's like, why are you doing it? And you know they're staring at you. So I'm like, okay, so he follows me to do some, what was it, like lat pull downs, some shit like that, on the machine next to me. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm moving, I've done my set, and I move over to the squat rack again on the other side of the fucking gym. So every time he moves to my area, I'm moving away. This fucking creepy at this stage. He's getting up my ass about this. I'm like really pissed off. It's like, you are just fucking annoying. And the whole time he's sitting there bopping away still between sets, I'm going, fuck you, guy. I'm pissed. So I'm sitting on my squat rack. He goes on the leg curl. I'm halfway through my squat rack sets. He goes on the leg curl. It is 3 meters away from me. Not only that, between sets, he is now turning around to stare at me do my squats, leaning on the fucking machine that he's on. So I stop doing my squats. I sit on the bench. Every time he turns around, I stop and I stare at him, and I'm just watching him. We go eye contact, because clearly he wants eye-to-eye contact. And every time I go between it, as soon as he turns around to do his leg curls, I'm back on my squat rack. It's like, now his asshole behaviors have now tainted my behaviors. That annoys me. So I'm already like shaking with this fucking, a mix of PTS and rage at this point, because I'm just like, how fucking dare you? I don't know. Is that a bit too Karen? I don't know. And the whole time, he's bopping along, he's staring at me, he thinks it's fucking hilarious. What is that dicky attitude, man? It's not normal for guys to do that. Normally guys have got a bit more etiquette to them. They're not sitting there staring at you while you're trying to fucking squat. And already I feel vulnerable because, you know, I know the position I'm assuming, right? I know what I look like when I squat. I'm going, ooh, that's a bit risque. So I'm not, it's like, I feel very vulnerable when I'm doing that. Wide leg squats. And it's like, it fucking pissed me off, so I'm shaking by the end of it. And I'm like, okay, so I've got overheads to do left. That's all I've got left, and I can fuck off to the treadmill and I can just isolate on my own little way. I'm moving the overhead bar. So my overhead bar is up to 40 now. I'm pretty stoked about that, but it's only tiny. So I move it to this space where there's a mirror, there's no benches in the way. You can honestly move the benches, no problem, they're not heavy. But he comes and fucking stands behind me again, and he's checking himself out, I hope, because if he's staring at me, it ain't a good idea. Because by this time I'm fucking shaking. When I was on the squat rack, I half rage quitted. I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm taking the weights off and just go do something else. Because he'd come and stand near me on the leg curl while I'm halfway through my sets. I'm going, no fucker, you don't get to tell me when I stop doing my fucking squat sets. So that's when I started sitting on the bench and doing that. But I had taken off I was so angry. I was shaking because it's violating. It's like he's just sitting there staring at you. It's like, what are you doing? It's like no shame at all. By the time he was doing his leg curls, he was literally staring at me. No mirrors involved. I'm going, this is fucking gross, man. It's violating. Stop it. I don't find this a turn on. I don't care if you might have some kind of fucked up fantasy about us being together and buying a house in the fucking Cotswolds. I don't like it. Stop looking at me. They got no fucking shame. So I'm onto my overheads, and I find a space in the mirror away from him, and he fucking stands behind me while I'm trying to do my heads. And as soon as I saw him, I cleaned my bar, I put it on the floor, I've laid all my shit out, and I'm a bit weird with my OCD when I lay my shit out. It looks like I'm in the army. And I'm hoping it scares the fuckers off. But that's my gig. I've got everything perfect the way I want it, right to start my sets. Fucker is standing behind me like some kind of fucking prison shower movie. I'm like, what the fuck? And I saw him in the mirror. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this. I grabbed the bar and I moved it over to the middle of the fucking room, near these two other guys. So now I have to force myself to go stand near two other guys to semi-protect myself from this fucking freak who's staring at me. So what is it? Why do guys do that? It's annoying as shit. You're interfering with my lifting and you're scaring me partly. So I don't know why the fuck they do that. You're a fucking creeper. And that's just one of the assholes at my gym. So I semi-rage quit, I moved my bar, I got everything out of the way, and I think by then he got the hint. Because he finished his fucking, I don't know what it was, something behind me again. And then he left. I'm going, you fucker. If I have to see you tonight, I'm going to be pissed. So now it's a game to avoid this one prick. And there are other pricks there. It's like, I want to use the weights. I want to do what the guys are doing. But I can't do it because some fucking idiot thinks it's a come on. Bugs the shit out of me. I was like, why are you doing that? It's gross. It's creepy. And it's a turn off because now I'm looking at every other fucking guy in the gym going, are you fuckers the same? Are you going to do this to me? What is this? I mean, I know I've got the predisposition for trauma, but at the same time, don't. It's already a horrible environment. You don't pick up people in the gym. It's like picking up people in a fucking toilet. Why would you do it? Oh, arsehole. He really is an arsehole. Besides the fact he's fucking with my line of sight. You don't do that as well. That's just bad gym etiquette. You don't lift at the same time as someone else because you'll throw off their lift. You clean all your shit. He never fucking cleaned all his shit. I'm sitting there going, I hate you so fucking much right now. The dancing alone did it for me. I could smell him before I entered the room. I'm like, I fucking hate this guy already. I hate him. It's like, it's beyond the 20-year-olds that sign up and don't know what the fuck they're doing. This guy's in his mid-40s. He lifts, clearly. He's got the tone for it, you know? So you've been here a while and you've done these kind of things. You should have learned the manners by now. And he's just acting like a fucking prick. I'm like, ugh, fuck you. Gross. So I'm looking forward to changing my gym soon. I gotta wait till September, unfortunately, because my contract is still bound. Not to mention my ex-boyfriend still goes to that gym somehow at some point. Apparently he signed up to it. I haven't seen him yet, thank God. But then you gotta, if that's one asshole, that's one midlife crisis asshole that can't handle the fact that he's not 20 and girls aren't incredibly attracted to him. It's like, I don't know if girls were ever fucking attracted to you, dumb fuck. I almost said the C word then. I don't know if I shouldn't say the C word because I think it accurately describes them. So I'm like, fucking don't talk. You know? It's just the shit manners. It's like, it's not a meat market, dude. You want to pick up some dumb slut, go to a fucking bar. That's what it's for. We're here to lift and get our job done. I'm not here to hit on you. I don't want to be looked at. I want you to fuck off. I don't find you intimidating except for the fact that maybe you're a rape threat. I don't know. How fucking sad are you? You know, it's just, it irks me. Because we want equal rights in the gym as girls. We want to be able to hang out with the guys and have some fun without it being some weird fetishized fucking thing. But apparently, we can't fucking do it. Annoys the shit out of me. Annoys the shit. I was so angry. And even now, I'm still fucking angry. It's 2 days later. I still got to deal with this cunt tonight, maybe. I don't know. Oh, sorry I said this even. Oh, I'm so angry though. And I'm on medication not to react. So, you know, my meds weren't working that night. So is that how riled up he got me? I'm like, you disgusting shitbag. You really are. Just, so angry. Still so angry. Anyway. So the other thing is like the 20-year-old guys you have to put up with. They give me the shits too, but not to the degree what that fucker did. The 20-year-old guys that thinks everything is a fucking joke, and then they're lifting shit badly. I mean, like, I know I'm little, and I don't lift things exactly to form. I should know, because I was married to a personal trainer who's actually quite good. But, you know, these fuckheads don't wipe anything down either. It's like they just sit around fucking around. It's like they go from machine to machine. They don't actually do proper sets. They'll do far-assing bits and pieces here and there to make it look like they're fucking doing something, and then they'll never wipe anything down, don't put anything back, and then they fuck off and, I don't know, go to a bar or something like that. Those guys annoy the piss out of me. But compared to the asshole that was predatorial, like not in a cool way, just in a creepy old dude kind of way, yeah, gross. There's also another creepy old dude I've noticed, a skinny old dude that seems to want to do walking lunges right near you all the fucking time, and he was following me around the same night. No, he was following me around last night. What day is it? No, night before. Yeah. I went on the back row and he's sitting there doing, have you ever seen that movement where it's like it reminds me of someone yanking on someone's nuts. You know, if you haven't been to the gym, you know that grip that you use on the pull down machine? Looks like someone yanking someone's nuts. Yeah, he was doing that, but he was doing it to his face. So if that makes sense, he's using the grip and he was pulling it towards his face. Now that fucking grosses me out. Because I do have a dirty mind, I know that much. And the fact that he keeps doing that every time I go, like, I'm on the back row machine and he does it next to me. Or I'm on the deadlift and he does it near me. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Freaking me out, ew. But he's another one that follows you around the gym. And it's like, I don't know if you're just lonely, what do you want? It's creeping me out. It's like, there's no way our training sets would line up or match up. No way, because I don't do walking lunges. But if I'm on one set, I only do 4 movements. I do deadlifts, squats on the bar, overheads, and back row. That's what I do. And then I fuck off to the treadmill because I like that and it works for me. But these fuckheads find ways to follow you around. Like suddenly the walking lunges are right near the deadlift. It's like, why? That is impractical and there are benches in the way. Why would you do that? You know, they're doing those pull down. I don't know what that's supposed to do, to be honest. But you're on the back row and he's doing it 3 inches away from you and you're like, this is just fucking creepy, okay? And I can smell you still, because like smell is a big thing for me. If you come in smelling like week old taint, I'm gonna be pissed. I have rage quit over people with BO before. It shows me a distinct lack of consideration for other people. And with my autism, it's also fucking inconsiderate because highly sensitive sense of smell, as well as hearing from PTS and autism, sensory issues. If I can taste the way you smell, I want you dead. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like it. Sometimes it works to my benefit or their benefit, where they come in and they smell absolutely amazing. You go, ooh, I like you. So if you can smell like there's some kind of dupe or something that smells like watermelon, reminds me of watermelon, and I love that smell. Something like that, you know, it might be dupe, it might be something else, but you can tell. And it's like, if you come in smelling absolutely amazing, I'll be like, okay, I can tolerate your presence. I don't know, it's a bit Karen, a bit shallow. But I'm like, but if you come in smelling that you haven't washed in a week, assuming it's okay because you're only going to do weights anyway, I'll be pissed. I'll be like, no, that just shows me that you're irresponsible. You're fucking unstable. You're unhygienic. And I just want nothing to do with it. It's just, ugh. Social things. It's like, I've learned these social things and I'm gonna fucking stick with them. If I come in smelling like bubblegum Hello Kitty spray, it's amazing. I'm caramelly. It's amazing. When I sweat, I smell caramel. I've done it before. I'm like, ooh. So there's no weird, gross smells. Someone wears like a really nice musk. It smells like musk sticks. Girls' deodorant. Someone wears it, and I walk past and go, ooh, candy. Nice. Okay. But I've had guys go in the gym before where they'll fill the room, and it's a big room with BO and the smell of taint and ass crack, and you go, oh my god, why the fuck are you here, let alone living? You know, what is your deal, dude? Make the effort. Other people have to exist in this area, and the smell lingers when they leave. So that's another thing that pisses me off. It's like, you haven't bothered. If you smell that fucking bad, and no one can ignore that, no one can ignore that level of smell coming from themselves. You know when you've got armpit stink, right? You know. But they're just like, no air. We all have to breathe in your shit. It's miasma of fucking doom going on with your armpits. God, I hope it's your armpits. Because if it's anything else, if something died in your ass crack, I don't want to smell it. You know, it's disgusting. I'm angry about that. What is it? That's an instant rage thing. Bad smells. Just bad smells. I mean, you can smell when someone's just not put on deodorant for the day, but these guys smell like they haven't used soap or water or any kind of bleach for like a year. It's fucking wrong. Young guys are quite stupid that way. Everything's a fucking joke when they're in the gym. It gives me the shits. It's like, I'm pretty relaxed in the gym. I like to take it chill. My main goal in the gym is to keep my PTS down. So I elevate it and then I de-elevate it. So I'll lift the heavy weights and it gets it up. And then afterwards I'll take a breath and I'll take a few minutes just to get it down again. And it's that back and forth that helps me keep calm in the classroom. Because if my kids elevate me, I'm not in a good way. I'm just not, and I don't want to take it out on them. So my job in the gym is to keep the fuck calm, and I'm on meds for it, so yeah, it's working so far so well. But then you got these fucking 20-year-olds that everything's a fucking joke and everything's funny, and it's just like, would you shut the fuck up and lift something? And they never fucking lift something. People are sitting on their phones. I looked around the gym the other day, about 8 guys in the gym in the weights area, all on their fucking phones. 8. I'm sitting there going, this is why your sets are taking so fucking long. You're on your fucking phone. And a few times I've had to go up to them and say, you actually using that machine because I need it. And then they'll fuck off with their phone and they're still on their phone when they go. It's like, what are you doing? That you can't spare an hour or so of your busy, hectic fucking social life to lift some fucking weights and do it properly. It bugs the shit out of me. It's like, what are you looking for? And if you're looking for ways of lifting while you're on the spot, no, you do your research before you fucking enter the gym, you dumb fuck. You don't waste other people's time trying to figure out what to do on the fucking job. No, prep, you asshole. So meanwhile, you got 3 other people backed up waiting for this fucking squat rack because you can't figure out how to do a wide set. Now fucking move. You know, it bugs the shit out of me. People who don't prep. It's like, I needed to figure this out. No, you don't. You had all the time in the world before you got to this fucking room to figure that shit out. If you still haven't figured it now, you lose. You lose out on the equipment. No dreams for you. No toys for you. Fuck you. Get out. None of that. None. I'm not helping you. I'm not giving you anything. No, get out. It's like, you ungrateful fuck. You should have prepped. Oh my God. Can you imagine if you're a soldier and on the job, I know there is a certain element of you have to be ready for whatever comes in the present moment, right? Because plans never really go absolutely to pinpoint precision. But can you imagine in the midst of a fucking firefight, you're on your fucking phone Googling how to shoot back? It's like, no, fuckhead. This should have been done months ago. You know? Oh, fuck me. They're checking out form. Or they're videotaping themselves. The amount of guys that sit there and look at their quads in the mirror, oh my God, they're vainer than girls. What are you doing? You know, it gives you the shits. And they're fucking with their hair. They're always fucking with their hair. I'm sitting there going, I am a girl, and I don't fuck with my hair this much. What are you doing? they're checking themselves out. It's like, what is this vain fucking shit? We're here to lift things and build muscle, right? Yes? Big manly men, no? Using the testosterone you were gifted with. I don't have it and I'm still doing better with you. Better than you, I should say. Faffing with your fucking hair and your phone. What is going on? Gives you the shit. I don't know if it's an age thing. It's all these 20-year-old kids. And they're fucking around. Or they're on their phone. Gives you the shit. You're wasting time that someone else could be using this equipment. Lulu fucking lemons. Oh my fucking God. You know what that is? It's a walking yeast infection. That's all it is. There's nothing sexy about someone who lies about doing squats, doesn't fucking do squats, but wants to give the illusion of doing fucking squats. It's just half-assed and lazy. It's catfishing. It's catfishing. And all it's doing is sending E. coli from your asshole to your snatch. So that's what it is. It's like all these girls that turn up and say, oh, it makes my ass look good. It's like, no, you are lying and causing an infection. Ugh. It's a Kinder Surprise of ugh. You know, it's like, imagine biting into that. Ugh. I know it's a bit crass. I know. It's a bit gross. But it's true. It's like purposely. I mean, that's why I have issues with G-strings at the moment. I've never had an infection of any kind, but it's still like I'm hesitant to use G-strings, but I have to use G-strings. At the moment I'm on mini V's actually. But I use them because the other types of underwear give me rashes, sweat rashes and all kinds of things because my skin's that much of a pain in the ass. I get eczema as well. It's really fucking horrible. But I draw the line at leggings that make it look like your asshole's eating the cloth. No. I mean, what are you going to do? Investigate it and look for a fucking fawn on a lamppost? This isn't fucking Narnia. Get some proper leggings. What is this void you've created? Every time you bend over, I'm looking at your fucking colon. What is this? Ugh. That's so sexy. No, it fucking isn't. And I've seen mums wearing Lululemons that are scrunchy pants to pick up their fucking kids. And I'll tell you what, it isn't pretty. You know why? Because they're big bitches. It's like, these aren't athletically inclined women. They're doing it for fashion. And the fashion is fucking wrong. He's like, there's nothing athletic you fuckers do in a day. Nothing at all. You do not need Lululemon. No one needs Lululemons. I'd like to see guys in Lululemons. They'll really fucking throw them off. These guys are like, ooh, Lululemons. Arse-eating pants. I mean, I spent years picking wedgies out my arse. I don't want to fucking do it in the gym. I mean, you try to avoid it, don't you? It's like anything to do with things that could be provocative to a fucking pervert that follows you around while you're doing back rows. Christ, he'd fucking love that, wouldn't he? Oh, she's wearing Lululemons. It's definitely a come on. Let me get the Vaso. Ugh. Fucking wrong uns. Oh, it's disgusting. It doesn't help. And I can't tell if it's the infection side of thing that pisses me off the most or the lying side of things. Because you know these fuckers don't do anything in the gym. They do 3 minutes on a fucking stair machine and that's it. Fucking go and lift something. You want a nice ass? Put the fucking work in. It's hard to get a nice ass, I'll admit that. My genes aren't predisposed to it, I've noticed. I'm doing all the right things. I'm lifting decent weights. I'm never gonna get a big ass. I have no problem with that. What I am getting, surprisingly, is a decent upper body. I'll fuck someone up. I'm liking this though. But that's just my genes apparently. That comes with the Nord Irish genes. We get decent upper bodies and not particularly big asses, but they're all right. They're all right shaped. I'm never gonna be a Kardashian, probably because I don't do homemade porn, you know. But I don't have a mum that's willing to whore me out. No. Damn. First world problems. But it's weird. Your genes will come into play with that kind of thing. But I'm not gonna lie about it and try and wear fake clothes. I do wear push-up bras because I have no boobs. And I have no boobs because I was never really going to develop huge boobs. I'm a C cup, that's normal, supposedly, whatever normal means. And it is one of my insecurities as well, because there's such a push to have big boobs, but at the same time, you get to about my age anyway, and you've got big boobs, you've got back pain and saggy tits, looks like cow's udders on your chest. It's like, it's just not attractive. In any case, you get a window of attraction there puberty to maybe mid-20s before shit starts really fucking going down south. So I don't know what this big emphasis on big tits is. It's like you get a window, and as soon as you have kids, it's fucked. So don't hold on to these insecurities. It's like they might brag about having big tits now, but fuck me. Give it a couple of years, I regret that purchase. So my ass is never going to be big. I get that. I wear leggings. I'm happy that because I'm covered in stretch marks. When I was 12, I was quite big. When I was 15, I was quite big as well. I developed anorexia when I was 16, 17, and I shrank and I went skeletal. So I'm covered in stretch marks, not loose skin or anything, just stretch marks. I don't mind them. They look kind of cool. I've always liked scars. So guys coming up to me with scars and stuff, I'm like, ooh, can I touch it? I was watching Phantom of the Opera the other day, and this, what's his name, the Scottish one? He takes off the mask and he's got like a burn scar, and I'm like, fuck off, that's not a deal breaker. That's just cool. You know, chicks dig scars, man. But you got to have a good story to back it up, because if you were just being a fucking idiot, we're not going to like it. But I want to know the story, how he got that fucking scar. It's like, they go through the slight story where he's like, oh, it was the demon child and he's born that way. I'm like, I don't know, dude, that looks like a burn. That's pretty cool. That's why, like, gosh, I went to Invictus in Sydney a few years ago. And it's all soldiers with like arms and legs off, and they do all like, it's like the Olympic Games, but for soldiers with arms and legs off. And I'm sitting there going, this is so fucking cool. I want to see the legs. I want to see the arms and bits. And they're all playing rugby and shit like that. I just thought that was pretty fucking intense. I love it. I'd go again if they had it in Australia, but yeah. But they were doing like wheelchair rugby and shit like that. I fucking love that shit. Prosthetics, everything. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm like, when are we going to get the robot arms? Right? You know? It's like, I want to be a cyborg. But that was a weird thing I had since I was a kid. My mom tells me, it's like, for as long as I wanted robot arms and shit like that. It's like, a weird kid. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah. Ooh, nice bike. Ooh, what was that? I don't know what that was. It was a cool bike. I didn't see the tag. Yeah, but if you've got a flat ass, and I mean, some people are never going to have a sizable ass, right? Granted. Just never. It's like, you can eat as much as you want, you can do your fucking hamstring curls, whatever you want. But some people are just genetically not disposed to have giant asses like a Kardashian, besides the fact that I think that shit's fake. That doesn't mean you go and buy fucking Lululemons to lie about what you've done in the gym. And these fuckers do fuck all. They eat fuck all. They're like rakes. You know, they're skinny ass people that do fuck all in the gym and expect the credit of it by wearing fake clothing, you know, that fakes their efforts. That annoys the shit out of me. I think it's the fakes that annoys me the most. And bless them as well. I mean, you know, there's always some geriatric there as well. It's like, I want you to have these social encounters at your age, and I think it is good to be, you know, old as fuck doing strength training, weight training and stuff like that, but you got to pick your times. You got some 90-year-old sitting there, sitting on a bench, not even doing anything, just sitting on a bench that someone could be using during peak fucking gym time. Peak gym time is 5 till like maybe 9 or 10. I've noticed that about 10 o'clock at night, people just disappear, and I'm like, okay, cool. The gym is mine. But you got the geriatrics there, and they're doing fuck all, and you're like, oh my God, you're taking up equipment, please stop. You've got all day to do this. No one is here midday. You can absolutely come and do your weights and everything. Do whatever. I don't know, piss on the carpet. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, but do it during the appropriate times. Everybody else who works come at specific times because they have no other option to. It's either before work, like 5 o'clock in the morning, I've done that before, or after work, 5 o'clock onwards. It's like, oh. And I love them because they're old and they're trying, but it's like, oh, you get on my tits, man. It's like, seriously, why do you need to be doing that now? And they do the same with traffic though. It's like, I've picked peak traffic times, I'm going for a drive. It's like, not that I work or have to be anywhere, I'm just going for a fucking drive. It's like, there's already traffic, you're bugging up the traffic, stop it. You've got specific times because you're retired that you can use the road. It is all yours, because everybody else is at work and we're doing stuff, trying to provide for our families. You're retired, you don't need to be out of the house. Why are you out of the house? But no, it's just, I don't know, maybe they're just formatted at that point to do that. It's like, we've done this for years, now we're doing it now. It's like, you don't need to though. Ugh, boomers. Anyway, so What else at the gym? Oh my gosh. People who shit in the toilet and leave it. And it fills up the room with the smell of shit. And it's usually guys, and they want to do it right before they start training. And it blows my mind because as soon as I see you coming out the toilet, I know you did it. Most of the time they flush it, but it's always like, I can still feel it in the air. It feels like a Phil Collins song. Why did you shit and then leave it? You know? I can smell it in the air tonight. You're fucking wrongin'. Why would you do that? It fills the gym. You can taste it while you're doing your back rows. Oh, there's a cock blocking. It's like, I do not want to go anywhere near that guy. Is it maybe they're trying to assert their dominance or something like that? If they fill the room with their own smell, then, you know, no one's going to want to come near him or start a fight or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a male primitive survival thing. No girl's going to want to touch your dick, though, dude, because that's fucking foul. It's like, we don't want that. We don't want anything to do with bad hygiene. That's a starter point. Start with that. If you get to the more elite levels of, you know, fucking up your form while you're lifting or being an idiot by throwing the weights around to try and draw attention, then we're going to be talking about different issues. I don't know. But yeah, basic hygiene in a gym, don't be a prick. All right, I'm going to have to leave it there. I have been ranting for like 40 odd minutes now. Sorry. I know, you don't have to listen to it, but it's just things that do my fucking head in. And you're like, I don't have the patience for this. All right, if you guys have any other assholes you've met in the gym, please just write it in the comments. I want to know. And I want to know if they get their comeuppance as well. Like, you know, lose an arm or shit like that. Because it pisses me off that these fuckers exist. They've got no sense of social etiquette or anything like that. Or making, you know, considerate ways for other people, you know? Just being an asshole. And I know I sounded like a Karen for like the longest time there. I assure you I'm not a Karen. It's just those particular things that bug the fuck out of me. Not that I actually ever do anything about it. I could by right go full Karen, ask to see the manager and get someone kicked out if I wanted to. But, you know, why bother? Inevitably, I'm going to change gyms anyway. All right, so I'm going to leave it there because I'm outside my work. I'm hoping you have a fantastic day. It's Odin's Day. All about knowledge and reasoning and intelligence, apparently, according to Norse mythology. He was a smart guy, apparently. I'm hoping you have a grand day. I hope you find something cool to look at or do. Awesome. It's midweek, so we're going to just bang it through. 2 more days to go, okay? And I'll chat to you on tomorrow, actually. Thor's Day. Bye.
Space, night, death, darkness. Not being there is an essential component of being there. You don't have the one without the other.